In 1885, New Orleans was a city full of mystery, magic, and strange stories. On the edge of the city, there stood a large old mansion that everyone talked about. People said the mansion was haunted and cursed by a powerful voodoo priestess named Marie Thérèse LaRue. Her life and her death were wrapped in mystery, and the mansion became a place of fear and rumors. It was a story that locals would whisper about, especially after dark. Marie Thérèse LaRue was a well-known figure in New Orleans, but not everyone knew what to make of her. Some believed she had magical powers, while others thought she was dangerous. She practiced voodoo, an ancient religion that combines African traditions with Catholicism. Many people in New Orleans believed in voodoo, but they also feared it. Marie Thérèse lived in a grand mansion. A once beautiful home on the outskirts of the city, where she performed strange rituals and ceremonies. The mansion was big and dark, with high iron gates and a long winding driveway that led up to it. Over the years, the house became known as a place where unusual things happened. Neighbors often reported hearing loud chanting at night, strange lights flickering in the windows, and sometimes even the sound of someone walking around inside when no one was supposed to be there. But Marie Thérèse's powers came at a cost. She made many enemies, and not just the kind who feared her magic. There were rumors that she had caused the deaths of several people. Some said they had seen people leave her house in the dead of night, never to be seen again. Others whispered that she had used dark magic to take revenge on those who had wronged her. Despite the rumors, Marie Thérèse was a woman who did not fear the dangers of the world. She lived alone in the mansion, her only companions being the spirits she summoned and the dark powers she controlled. Some people believed she was trying to protect herself from those who would hurt her. Others thought she was simply becoming more and more consumed by her magic. Whatever the truth was, the mansion had become a place where few dared to go. Then one night in the summer of 1885, something terrible happened. A fire broke out in the mansion. No one knows for sure how it started, but many believed it was no accident. Some said it was the work of one of her enemies who wanted to destroy her. Others said the fire was a result of Marie Thérèse's dark magic, an accident caused by the very powers she had spent her life trying to control. The fire was enormous and it spread quickly, engulfing the entire mansion. By the time the fire department arrived, the house was already nearly destroyed. The flames burned for hours, but when the fire was finally put out, there was no sign of Marie Thérèse. Her body was never found. Some people believed she had escaped before the fire destroyed the mansion, while others said her body had been consumed by the flames. After the fire, the mansion was left in ruins. The walls were scorched, the windows were broken, and the once beautiful home was now a shell of its former self. It looked abandoned, but the strange happenings did not stop. In the years that followed, people who lived nearby began to talk about odd things happening near the mansion. Some claimed to hear footsteps inside the house, as if someone was walking through the rooms. Others said they saw lights flickering in the windows, even though the mansion had been empty for years. There were also stories of a woman's voice, faint and sad, calling out from the mansion in the middle of the night. People who heard the voice said it sounded like someone in pain, like a cry for help. But when they went to investigate, there was no one there. Those who dared to get too close to the mansion reported feeling a strange, heavy presence in the air. Some said the air felt thick, as though something was watching them from the shadows. It was as if the mansion had become alive with the spirits of the past. Some believed it was Marie Thérèse's spirit, trapped inside the house, unable to leave. There were even rumors that the mansion was not just haunted by Marie Thérèse, but by other spirits. Perhaps the souls of the people who had disappeared over the years, or the victims of the dark magic she had used. People began to avoid the area, not wanting to risk encountering whatever lingered in the ruins of the mansion. Over time, the mansion became a symbol of fear in New Orleans. The legend of Marie Thérèse LaRue grew. Some believed she had made a pact with dark forces, and that her spirit would forever haunt the mansion, waiting for the chance to claim new victims. Others thought that the fire had not destroyed her, but had simply trapped her spirit inside the walls of the house, a prisoner of her own magic. As the years passed, the mansion continued to stand, abandoned but never forgotten. It became a place where few dared to venture, And even those who had no belief in ghosts or curses could not ignore the strange stories that surrounded it. Some said the mansion was a warning, a reminder of the dangers of tampering with forces beyond human understanding. Others said it was a place where the past would never let go, where the dead still walked, and where the line between life and death was blurry. Despite the fear it caused, the mansion was not completely forgotten. Every now and then, someone would try to explore it. A curious traveler might venture near the gates, or a brave soul might enter the house, hoping to uncover the truth behind the ghost stories. But many of these people never returned, or if they did, they spoke of strange dreams, feelings of being watched, or hearing voices that weren't there. Some claimed to have seen a shadowy figure in the windows, or felt cold hands brush against them in the dark. But no one who went inside could ever say for sure what had happened to them. And many began to believe that the mansion was not a place that could be understood by the living. The legend of Marie Thérèse LaRue and her haunted mansion continued to grow, becoming part of New Orleans' rich and mysterious history. It was a place where the past and present seemed to collide, a place where the spirit of the voodoo priestess and perhaps other spirits still lingered. And though the mansion had burned down, the curse that people believed Marie Thérèse had placed on it lived on, reminding everyone that some things are better left alone, hidden in the shadows of the past. Today, the mansion still stands as a ruin, forgotten by many but not by those who know the stories. The wind howls through the broken windows, and sometimes, late at night, a faint voice can still be heard on the breeze. Whether it is Marie Thérèse calling out from the past or something else entirely, no one knows. But one thing is certain, the mansion will always be a place of mystery, its dark magic lingering long after the flames have gone out.